Baby. Alright.
What's up,
Chat, welcome back.
We know it's been a long time, but welcome back to the Fluff Podcast. I am Mystery Man.
I am Bert.
And I'm Floof.
And today we're going to be discussing D&D, actually, because we've recently got into a D&D campaign with a bunch of our friends, so we're going to discuss some of that. And then once we run out of things to say with that, got a nice
He's got a
D&D
huge book right in front of him.
Called the Monster Manual. In case most of you D&D players probably know what this is, because pretty much every DM has one of these. And yeah, so basically we're gonna start off talking about the campaign. So
yeah,
take me back to the very beginning, because I technically didn't start at the very beginning.
Okay, so at the very beginning, what happened was, I guess this was supposed to be like some sort of alter version of the campaign that I'm in with Zeke, Noah, and Malachi. But so basically, what happened was, so he actually took us back in time to two sessions ago when Zeke was being annoying. So I literally slit his throat open. So here's what happened. I told the DM. I told Malachi's the DM. So I told Malachi. I said, if I roll a nat 20, I'm slitting his throat with my axe. I have my D20 in my hands. I'm shaking that thing. Shaking it, drop it on the table. Nat 20. And then he goes, okay, roll 2 D12s because you're rolling an advantage. I rolled my first D12. Nat 12. Rolled my other one. 7.
That's freaking perfect.
That's almost full damage. This man is already to his last springs of life. So Noah uses his that levitation spell. I forgot the exact wording of it, but he has this levitation spell where you can pick up any object under 5 pounds and sling it at a person.
I think that's just called weak telekinesis.
LaGuardia Leviosa.
Oh, shut up. It's funny, that pretty much is what the equivalent.
So he picks up a little rock, slings it at Zeke. Zeke falls over. This man is literally at half a heart if we're playing Minecraft. Half a heart. I mean, this man is barely clinging on to life. Luckily, he rolled high enough on his his chant saving throw, whatever it is.
Yeah, saving throw.
Yeah, saving throw. And then immediately our NPC literally rushes over to him and literally dumps a healing potion down his throat to get him back from half a heart to 6 HP. And then that's where that left off. So basically, that's where, and then but essentially where this campaign starts is right as is when we get teleported, but right after, and as during the sucking process, I'm actually swinging at him with my axe, and I missed, and I chopped off his arm. So, nice. We get teleported to a different realm.
No, you get teleported.
Yeah, no, me and Zeke.
Oh, but you both did?
Yes, because right after that, he banished me.
And the scroll works on him too?
No, so the scroll ended up in his hand when we got teleported. We literally ended up on the floor. Zeke woke up before me and had the scroll, made it out, said that it was a banishing scroll, and banished my ass.
Yeah, my only question is, he banished you to the wrong plane.
Yes, he did. Because little does he know, my character, which I'm a barbarian tiefling, and so I'm out to train with gods, and I have become the barbarian king. So by the time that I come back, I will be a level 10 barbarian. I am going to be the definition of a tank. My max HP is already at 45.
Oh, so you were only there.
Yeah, because you were banished, so you couldn't really do anything.
No, I couldn't do anything.
Okay.
And I think beginning of next session, actually, Noah and I are going to work on a backup character so I can eavesdrop on you. So, also, Noah is our GM for this campaign.
Yes, please.
Continue on. So, what happens is that after Mr. Man got banished...
Bye.
Zeke, he slept for, I think it was 6 hours or 8 hours?
8 hours, I think it said in your...
After healing himself using his fire to block all the bleeding. So he went to sleep for 8 hours. They see a druid comes up from the forest. This forest is a cherry tree, like if you know, like Japan, like blossom.
A cherry blossom grove.
Yeah.
That's-
So it's kind of like that, but it's a forest. So like deep forest kind of thing.
Mm,
So like up north of this state, kind of stuff like that.
yeah.
But the grass is pink. The
Interesting.
grass is pink,
Yes, the grass is pink.
That's
and
interesting.
so
Not like I even got to look around.
You're still really salty about that, aren't you?
Yes. Okay. Zeke's character is a lizard man. I don't even know what the proper
I just called him
terminology is.
lizard.
Dragonborn.
I don't. Yeah, sure, Dragonborn.
I just
a
called him a
dragon
lizard
boy.
man.
Guess what his character's name is? John D. Lennon. Guess what the D stands for? D's nuts.
All right,
Yes, he's that guy.
all right.
And he wanted me to change my name to JFK. So
Jeez.
I think I'm going to
All right.
for this campaign. My new name for my tiefling barbarian will be JFK.
So somebody becomes a person in the grassy knoll.
Yep.
I was the second gunman on the grassy knoll. Oh shit. Okay. Let's
Here we go
freaking
again.
continue this.
Here we go again.
All right. So when I come around as a druid, I emerge from the shadow of the trees. I notice the lizard man. So this lizard man was lying in the clearing of the trees. This man was missing an arm,
Mm-hmm.
as previously stated.
He pissed me off. He deserves that. And he's going to get way more than that when I come
I'm
back.
sure it wasn't that.
So I come
4.
up and
No, it's 3.
I check him out.
4. Is it 3?
He wakes up.
Yeah.
Vacation 3.
I
Okay,
jump back.
continue.
Okay, so he wakes up. I jump back because I was like, all right, this character does not know much people, doesn't like talking to people, more like social anxiety kind of shit. I live in the woods, so it's like I don't know people. So
Swamp hermit.
the lizard man.
Get out of my swamp!
The lizard man.
Don't get out of my swamp.
So he woke up.
See, no, that would
I-
be named this character.
I
Shrek.
stumble back about 3 feet. And then the lizard man tries to stand up. Fails the first time because he used his left arm.
Oh.
The one that's gone.
then he yes, his left arm, which is
No, he just
Not
shoved
even
his,
there.
he just shoved his staff in there.
it's a nub. His left nub. He tried to use his left nub to stand up. So he used his. So then he uses his right arm, his actual arm, to get up.
As opposed to what?
So
His staff. He shoved his staff in there.
yes.
He shoved his staff in his stub.
So
Yes.
So he shoved. Okay, so he has his staff. He pulls it out of his stub, his little nub,
No.
and he was like, "Who are you?"
What do you want?
Who are you? What the hell do you want?
My
You
character.
don't get any money from me.
My character didn't say anything, but I backed away about another 5 feet.
No, man, you jumped.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, I fully on just.
Yeah, it's like you
disappeared,
just
totally.
full on. I'm like, this shit. I'm out
Is
of
that
here.
Michael Jordan?
So, the lizard man hurled a fireball at me. Hurled
Oh, we know this.
a fireball and said, "Who are you?" After yelling that, and then I finally tell my character's name, Cecily. That's how it is.
Cecily.
Yes, it's spelled entirely wrong, but that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be read. But then, so after some time, after I tell my name, I pass out. Boom, I'm on the ground. I'm asleep, pretty much. But with this situation, he feels like, oh, we're going to build a tent around me. So
That's
after
it?
some time,
That's
I woke up and I see him attempting to build a quote unquote tent.
Quote unquote tent.
So I grab his leg because I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like 5 feet tall, so like I'm short. So I grab his leg. He proceeds to kick me in the side.
Asshole.
He goes full on ham on my side. I'm like,
Yeah, my only question is, what the heck is this? Why? What is this party? We just like kicking the crap out of each other in this party. I swear.
Actually, Zeke likes kicking the crap out of everybody in this party.
Okay, that's actually fair.
So I push myself.
Maybe we should get the banishment scroll from him and banish him.
Good idea.
So I push myself
We said
back
nothing.
about 6 feet away from him,
Oh, you want to tell him our plan?
and then
No.
I spawn. I use my amulet, and I spawn a bookshelf about 1 foot in front of him. So like,
Oh yeah, the bookshelf.
This-
I forgot
this
about
close.
this.
The bookshelf.
and then he proceeds to say, "What the Sigma?
What the Sigma?
What the Sigma? Yeah,
What the shit? No, you said it wrong. It's like, what the Sigma?
what the Sigma?"
That's how Zeke says it.
Before demanding, "Why is the grass pink?"
Yeah, seriously, that's my one
Out of all
question.
questions, not where the bookcase came from, where the hell am I?
What the what? Did
Why is the grass pink? What the hell?
What year is it? Who are you? That's probably like
Yeah,
the better
not
question.
not who
why
are
is
you?
the
Not where am I?
why is the grass pink? That is so stupid.
That is the most enraging part about it. Is why is the grass pink?
So, my first answer that came in my mind, which was a lie, was it was like
It was like this yesterday.
it was like this yesterday.
That is what you said.
That's what he said. That's what
I'm
he
gonna
said.
kill you. I swear to God, I'm gonna kill you for saying the stupidest shit.
I said this.
You all right there?
No, I'm done.
It did it
Okay, you're
yesterday. So
It did it yesterday.
it did it yesterday.
That is not what you
So-
said.
Oh my!
before me adding, I came from a town called Over Yonder.
Over yonder.
That's
Okay. I specifically said I came from a town over yonder. Not called Over Yonder, but it was considered called Over Yonder. Because there are different towns in this situation. There are
like, dude, come on. There's like Boulder's Gate, Waterdeep, Neverwinter, like the 3 most main known cities in the freaking lore.
okay.
Nah.
This is
man.
known.
Over yonder.
Okay, so the closest town is called Over Yonder.
Who made the map for this?
Okay, there's another town called Yonder.
Yonder and over yonder.
There's another
I take it.
town
Yeah,
called
I take it. Over yonder is above yonder. Up
No.
on like a mountain or something.
no. So
Dang it.
That's stupid.
another-
It should have been that.
there's another
Freeze
town
out.
called Over, and then there's another town called Town.
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 Yeah, let's go to Town.
So after me replying, the lizard man was unconvinced about my lie, and he proceeds to shoot a fireball at me. But because the bookshelf is a foot in front of him, he misses. So I proceed to put my hands up at about 90-degree angle. I say, "I am not going to attack you." And guess what I got? I got a D20
Oh.
for me saying, "I'm not going to attack you."
You rolled a D20.
You rolled a nat 20 for that.
Yep.
That's depressing. I would use that shit to attack.
And guess what? He believed me.
bro.
He believed me. So I asked, "I'm heading towards the town over yonder. Would you like to come with me?" Because he calmed down and stopped being, what do you call it? Aggressive. There you go.
Aggressive.
Yeah.
He just
Or
stopped
just being a bitch.
He just stopped being a bitch. I like that.
Oreo bitch.
Stop being a bitch.
Okay, yeah. So I asked him
Karen.
if he would like to come with me to the town called Over Yonder. After a moment of consideration, Mr. Lizard Man said, "Does the town have a place where I can attach my scroll of banishment?"
What's that supposed to mean?
To attach his scroll of banishment to his staff so he can do it whenever he wants, kind of thing. So I shrugged, like, all right, whatever. I don't really know, like, I don't know. And so we set off in silence, pretty much, and head to town. When we get close to town, I put up my hood, trying to be little inconspicuous as possible. However, when we got into town, there was a side path. We see the side path, and there's goblins.
That's the first encounter you run
Pretty
across.
much. That's what I last heard was they're goblins. So that's pretty much what we have so far for our most recent
You're never gonna get that.
situation for D&D. That happened on Wednesday,
Yeah.
and that was pretty much it for our situation. Do we have any other side talk we would like to talk about, or?
I mean, we could actually talk about our characters completely.
Keep in mind, his character is a female, so
Yeah.
That's a 7. This is
So,
a 1.
Mr. Mystery Man, would you like to talk about your backstory?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, all right.
So, well, before I get to the backstory, first I gotta actually explain my character.
All right.
I picked, like, the second most broken class there is, apart from Druid, because apparently that is the most broken class there is. And he stole it from me, so whatever. Besides, I didn't want that one anyway. I decided to pick a rogue, specific with my subclass being a bounty hunter, called Martin Echo King. Echo is just the nickname, but Martin King is my actual character's name, also known as the Faceless Bandit. That I'm a rogue bounty hunter, which I've already explained. So, going to my backstory, I never knew who my parents were. I was an orphan ever since I was young. I originally was a thief. I would just pick people's pockets off the street, that kind of thing. Until one day I heard about this interesting place called the Hunters Guild. Basically, it's a hotspot for fellow bounty hunters, mercenaries, that kind of thing. Basically, if you're looking for somebody's head to roll, that's where you get your information. And so for many years, I became a bounty hunter. Started small, of course, but then I started getting larger targets. And meanwhile, I was also studying.
is Zeke on that list?
He better be at this point. Honestly, that's probably how I will come in. I'll be like, he's my next bounty or something, but then he offers me more treasures and shit like that.
Yeah, to join you instead of
Yeah.
attacking.
Oh yeah, the Hunters Guild. That's who's running like our campaign too. Yeah.
While I was also securing bigger targets, I also became trained in both dagger combat, throwing knives, and dagger combat and throwing knives. And so basically, I don't know exactly where I'm going to go after that, but that's basically so far my backstory. But where I'm going to come in on that backstory, I don't know. It's probably going to be like what we said. I'll have like a hit out on the freaking lizard man's head.
Swamp flying.
Freaking bouncing on his head, and that will be my next target.
I'm a tiefling, which means I'm half human, half demon. So where I came from, demon got sent down to Earth, and fell in love with a woman. And, demon and woman, chitty chitty, bang bang. And next thing you know,
We have existing you.
pop out me. Birth name is Hammer Fist. Don't know why they picked that.
Hammer Fist's last name.
I don't know.
You don't have a last name?
Unknown. Because right after I was born, Big Daddy Satan called upon all my demon brothers, aka my father, to go back up into hell. So he gave the woman a dementia potion. So my mother raised me, but never remembered my last name.
That sounds about
Anyway,
right.
I grew up fine in a small village, and one night, after I had matured fully, I found myself looking for a job. So I walked into a tavern that was recruiting people for these missions to go. I forgot what the hell we were killing, but to go kill some things. But we needed a group of 4, so I figured, what, I'd go take a seat at the bar, and sure, somebody will find me.
And
After all, I've got a huge battle axe on my back. I'm like 6'2" and giant horn, with giant horns on my head. I'm sure I look like I'm ready for a battle.
Mm-hmm.
And yep, sure enough, next thing you know, Noah's first character walks in. Actually, no, he comes
The
in last.
NPC.
No, not the NPC. Never mind. Actually, no. He comes. No, wait. Hang on. Nope. Hang on. So, Actually, Zeke's character comes in
I was gonna
next,
say,
takes
pretty
the
sure
stool right next to mine, starts having a drink with me, and then he starts getting gay.
With no, and that's no, and then trust me, it gets worse.
It does.
Then it just starts getting gay.
Anyway,
No, not gay. It gets way worse than that.
it gets way worse. But anyway, before he could continue on, Noah's character shows up and says, "Oh, hey, you're ready. You guys are here for the job assignment." I'm like, "Yep." I'm like, "What was his name?" Like Noah's first character's name was Mr. Bright, and he was some sort of wizard. Those two were wizards.
That makes sense.
Both their character stats sucked. Meanwhile, I'm the one here taking all the damage. And of course, our literal first night out on an adventure together, we get attacked by a bunch of things in the sky. Do you know how useful I am with things in the sky?
Non-existent.
God awful.
Non-existent.
Human shield.
See, this is why.
That's what it was.
That's why you either need like a sorcerer or a ranger or a
Druid.
freaking druid. Because, like I said, druid's the most broken class there is because you can shapeshift.
I could talk to animals.
That too, yeah.
That's part of my backstory. So, continue.
But yeah, yeah. It took them an hour to kill all of those. I was damn near dead. Yeah. Dead.
in the first freaking encounter.
In the first freaking encounter. So,
That could have been
yeah.
real
But
bad.
anyway, that kind of jumped ahead a little bit. All of a sudden, we're at the bar, and the whole, like, there was an organization running this whole thing. And for those parties who didn't have a fourth party member, one would be assigned for you, aka the NPC. We had two NPCs to choose from. Bradford or Brad Pitt, which is the one that we chose, or a girl. I forgot the girl's name, but we ended up choosing Brad Pitt because his skill set would work really great along with me.
What was he?
Me and Zeke, we're both heavy drinkers. This new character, he feels nothing. He can drink. He has a magical bottle of it's a 1 liter bottle, but somehow holds 2 liters of 70 proof. He can chug that whole damn thing, and this thing automatically regenerates during your long rests. He can drink the whole damn thing and not feel a thing. Not a thing. He goes to 90 proof. Not a thing.
Bro's asymptomatic to alcohol.
So
Apparently.
so there was one night, there was one night I had dealt with Zeke like all day,
Yeah.
and I got so tired. And the tavern that we were at, I asked the barkeeper for the most expensive
Drink
bottle. No, the most expensive bottle that they had, which was 90 proof. I paid 3 gold for that thing.
Jeez.
That's expensive for a freaking
That is
drink.
too-
I dropped 5 gold on the table because my room also costed 2 gold.
Jeez.
And she said, if that room's not, the barkeep said, if that room's not destroyed in the morning, I'll give you 2 gold back. I took that bottle up to my room, slammed the whole damn thing, passed out, woke up, the room was almost in perfect condition. I even remade the bed for her.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I went down, I was, keep in mind, I was the last one to wake up that morning. But actually, believe it or not, I was not feeling it that bad. Because I also had a huge meal.
So you filled yourself up pretty well.
I filled myself up. So I woke up, my eyes were bloodshot. And I was feeling it a little bit. But not too bad. But of course, right away in the morning, right after we had breakfast, we went out and got into a huge fight. We won the thing. And it was only like 10 a.m. No, it was probably later than that. Because I woke up at like 10. So probably like 11 when we were done.
Yeah.
The whole time, guess what? I'm still drunk. I killed like 5 of the things we were killing. I forgot what they were. But yeah, I killed most of them. I somehow managed to kill most of the things we walked into like a huge camp of the things that we were
Also,
supposed
let
to be
me
killing.
guess, because you were drunk, you had like a minus something for your dice roll or something.
I think I did, but somehow I still did pretty good. I was rolling pretty high, so
Good.
That's good.
either way, I was doing pretty good. However, though, when I did miss, it was when I did roll low, it was low,
It was
like
real
nothing
low.
close. And of course, so every single time I try to throw my axe, I always roll really low. Like the highest I've rolled when I tried to throw my axe was like an 11.
Uh-huh.
I just want to nail it. I just want to nail it like a nat 20 or like sticks in the back of his head, and the rolling motion continues. So it like rolls him up and then rolls him out on the ground.
That or this.
No, I want him to be like turning and running, like he's trying to escape me.
Nice.
I just want to.
Oh, it's like X-Bone.
And then like his head doubles over, his whole body doubles over, and then he lays back down face up. That's how hard I'm gonna throw that axe. Also, my magic thing that I can do with my axe, you guys probably don't know this yet. I can take my handle has like a little groove in it. I can grab that groove like both ends on either side, and I can split my axe in half.
Ooh.
Because I have the double bladed,
You have the
double sided
double-sided,
battle axe.
You just have two handles too, like two handles but connected.
Pretty much, yeah. And then like when I'm done, and also so when I'm done, I can just put them back together and they'll magically like resolder themselves together. I have no idea how it works, but it's great.
That would seem reasonable.
Yeah.
Because if you had one handle, then they would have to have some like magic or something re-soldering it together or something like that.
And then, hey, there's magic in this freaking world, so...
Oh yeah, spawning bookshelves out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Great.
So stupid.
Whee! Bookshelf.
Okay, it helps. It spawns random books. So it could be anything on that bookshelf. It could be the cure to cancer.
Hey, I want to read that book.
Who would know? Alright.
Who the funk?
You done with your little
Yeah, pretty much.
backstory? Alright.
Your turn.
My
Yeah, so I'll go last, because considering that, first of all, I'm not even actually in the party yet, because
Here's Uncle Johnny.
Yeah, shut up.
So-
You wanna play? Don't you? I forgot the dude's name, but yeah.
Here's Johnny.
Here's Johnny.
Alright, so my backstory is going to be kind of brief. I haven't really planned it out I haven't really fleshed it out entirely. So my character, born in the forest, lived in the forest kind of thing. Had parents, still has parents, technically.
Who's here? Who's home?
Yeah, people.
Oh, people at home. Oh.
So, yeah, parents, all that fun stuff. Lived in the woods. Don't really talk to people after some happened childhood with librarian, because why not? Which is why I now have an amulet that spawns a bookshelf 5 feet away.
Specifically 5 feet away.
Specifically 5 feet away.
Why couldn't you do it when Zeke was 5 feet away from you? You could.
I did it when he was 6 feet away from me.
Why?
So
that way when it slammed down, it actually would have hit him.
If
I
it
would
did.
have just dropped it right on his head.
Yeah, so... Yeah, other situations like that. Just kind of born to scavenge and all the fun stuff.
Watch
Talk to animals.
Jeffrey's.
Alright. After this Halloween music. That's alright. So, kind of. And it has no quote-unquote technical advantage according to the GM. But I got my brain.
Well, I mean, so is mine, but mine's not technical, it's tactical.
Yeah.
Wait, so does it just like spawn and just...
It just...
Or can you like launch it?
No.
Mine's pretty just stationary. It's there, it's in the ground.
Then why
there.
did you
Dang
so you
it.
spun it on top of him or in front of him?
In front of him. It's in the ground, just...
What's the point of that?
But if you can sling that,
That, or if it literally
that's
just,
a lot of damage.
that, or if it literally just spawns stationary and then just collapses, then that would actually do something.
Or hear me out. Book cannon.
Book
Or book minigun.
Infinite books. Hey, I have infinite books. Just let me stand 5 feet away.
Oh, hello. Oh, you want to attack me too bad. Get paper cuts left or right.
Okay, again, that's what magic is for, and unfortunately, he doesn't have much magic. He has some, but not a lot.
So, thing is, if they're 5 feet away and I spawn a bookshelf,
Book.
You literally spawn it inside of them with them inside of it, and they get stuck, and then they die.
they get stuck between the books. That's kind of pretty much it. There's not much backstory on mine. I could probably extend it a lot more in a future episode if we end up still talking about D&D.
Oh, we probably will.
We
at
probably
some
will.
point.
Yeah,
You probably do a few episodes on D&D. Let's be honest.
probably. It really depends on how good it is.
I really need to like start doing my research on D&D. I know next to nothing.
We need to do research on Five Nights at Freddy's.
Unfortunately, I know some things, but then the math part I get so fucking screwed on.
ogres or whatever it was that we were killing. I forgot.
Aren't you
Nice.
guys trying to go after like the big man or something?
The big what? No.
No,
we were going after like these ogre things or whatever they were. I forgot.
Orcs.
orcs. Yeah.
It's like there's orcs, ogres, goblins. Why does they all freaking look the same?
Orcs, maybe. I don't know. I really none of those sound right. But
Yeah. Anyway.
anyway,
Close enough.
So we just killed a huge camp of them, and there was a huge magic item tent that none of the things went near. So I walked back to the bar or the tavern because we were only like 5 miles out, and I was like, you know what, screw it, I want to drink because you know what, I'm at like 2 health and I don't care.
Yep.
They explored the magic tent. They must have gotten something, and Zeke must have taken it. And that must have teleported us. Because he was the next one up the bar after me. So yeah, it must have teleported us. That sucked. That barkeep was kind of hot.
All right.
And she liked me too.
Yep. All right. Do we have anything else?
Last night she let me work the night shift.
Hey,
Kidding. I just simply...
No, that's what Zeke tried to do with the freaking bartender.
Yes, kidding though. Actually, all she let me do was close with her, and then I went up to my room.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, Zeke tried to riz up the bartender like 7
He
times.
he tries to raise up any female he finds. Actually no, I forgot. We did not meet in a bar. We met in a strip club.
Jesus.
I forgot about that. We met in a strip club.
We're just gonna call it the bar.
The bar.
Yeah, the bar.
And he tried to raise up one of the ladies
Yeah, at the bar.
at the bar.
Yep.
Actually, no, he tried to get it for free because he has like a apparently he's got high stats for like intimidation and
He's a royalty member.
The other thing that we can't say probably.
persuasion.
Yeah.
Persuasion. He's got a high number in persuasion.
I think that you.
And he rolled like a 2 when he rolled.
No. You mean
Roll
charisma.
No.
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 That should have been the
He
same.
tried to
That should
persuade.
be the
No,
same
persuasion. He has persuasion as an actual stat with
Huh.
his character. Because he's like so the way that his character works, he is technically faceless. He can change his personality whenever he wants. So theoretically, if we get him in a situation where he no longer has to be gay, he can no longer be gay or horny or whatever. He'll have to change.
And you wonder why my character wears a mask. One, so both the bad guys don't know my real identity, and so I don't get strung up by morons like the Lizard Man or Swamp Thing.
Yeah, I don't know how I ended up with him. I feel bad for Bradford. He drives Bradford nuts on a daily basis.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Also, let me put this in perspective. So you're a tiefling druid. You
I am high
are a
elf for druid,
tiefling barbarian. He is a dragonborn sorcerer.
What's buzzing, cousin?
Yeah, right. We came from the same circle of hell, right?
Okay. I think mine. I don't. Yeah. I think I was the high. Yeah, I was high elf because mine was considered the addict elf. On my sheet. Yeah, I was the addict elf. So I was the high elf.
You're an.
But I'm not counting the addict part, but I was just the high elf. That's considered my thing.
High elf.
But yeah.
That's some high ranking shit right
But
there.
I'm short.
Woo!
Yeah, baby.
Lightweight.
Yeah, baby.
Okay, you just tell your thing and then let's wrap this.
Alright, so host next time, we're gonna do Mystery Man, because why not?
Yeah, honestly, probably because,
It hasn't been him in a while.
because to be fair, unlike you, at least my background is actually well thought out compared to most of yours.
I just half-assed that whole thing.
I haven't had
I'm not.
any
I'm
moment
working on
of
it.
thought.
I didn't either. I just came with that by the seat of my pants.
Why do you think that I wasn't so content with how I left it yesterday? That's why I constantly kept thinking. Alright.
All right.
So I guess I'm going to be host next time, and hopefully either we'll talk about more D&D or some other topic, depending on if we actually get another campaign done.
Hopefully.
And I somehow actually join this campaign, which honestly I'd better.
Week or
Week
two.
or
Yeah,
two.
hopefully.
It really
we're
depends
gonna
on how the schedule goes.
we're gonna try to not keep such
Slacking
a gap.
off so
Yeah,
much.
you know,
Because-
we're super sorry about this one, guys.
Yeah, it's like,
We're
it's like life happens.
Life
and
happened.
Just like he works a lot, we're usually free pretty much at the
Depend,
school.
yeah.
You depend. I'm free all the
Oh,
time.
wait. Also, big news update. I'm 18 now, guys.
Yes, so say happy birthday in the chat for my boy Bert, and
Hey.
happy 18th birthday, my dude.
Yeah.
bro's getting old.
And what you said, you're a Halloween baby.
Yeah, he's a Halloween baby.
and his is coming up in what,
Ding,
like
ding, ding,
about a month and
about a month.
and a
So
week.
if
Month
we
and a
don't
week.
if we somehow forget on this podcast somehow, wish him a happy birthday.
I definitely
as
won't
well.
forget it.
Okay, probably he won't, but
Yeah.
one of us might.
Yeah.
I can put money on you.
Okay,
I can
oh,
put mine.
shut up. Okay.
Actually, I can probably put money on me because I don't think I've ever texted you happy birthday.
Okay.
Ever.
So thanks for tuning into this episode of the Fluff Podcast, and we'll see you
You
guys
next time.
next time.
See ya.
The cherry trees towered over the surreal pink grass, their blossoms floating down gently, adding to the dreamlike nature of the forest. The remnants of a campfire smoldered nearby, where two figures had fallen into an exhausted sleep after a brutal battle with shadowy creatures. The barbarian was gone now, banished by the lizard men in a desperate spell, leaving the reptilian warrior alone in the woods, wounded and missing his left arm. He had healed what he could and drifted into an 8-hour slumber. As the first light of dawn filtered through the leaves, the forest remained eerily still, save for a faint rustling in the underbrush. A druid, Cecily, emerged quietly, her footsteps soundless as she approached the clearing. Cecily, an elf of the forest, lived in isolation, and this strange sight unsettled her. The lizard man was an imposing figure, even in sleep, scales glinting in the morning light, his staff crudely strapped to the stump where his arm had once been. Curiosity warred with caution as Cecily stepped closer, her green eyes studying the lizard man. She had seen many things in her solitary life in the woods, but nothing quite like this. She hesitated, considering whether to turn back when the lizard man stirred. His yellow eyes opened abruptly, locking onto the druid. Cecily recoiled, her heart racing as he struggled to rise, first collapsing under his own weight before finally standing, his posture unsteady but menacing. "Who are you?" he growled, his voice low and dangerous. Cecily, startled and unsure, took several steps back, her bare feet slipping on the pink grass. She had lived among the trees for so long, interacting with few creatures, let alone someone like him. Her fear rendered her speechless, and she continued to retreat as the lizard man's frustration grew. "Who are you?" he demanded again, raising his remaining arm as flames flickered around his clawed hand. A fireball shot toward her, missing but close enough to sear the air. Panic tightened in Cecily's chest, and she barely managed to whisper, "Cecily," before the tension and fear overwhelmed her, and she collapsed onto the ground. The lizard man watched her fall, scowling but unsure of what to do next. He considered leaving her there, but instead awkwardly attempted to construct a tent around her. His efforts were clumsy, hindered by his missing arm, and by the time Cecily stirred awake, the lizard man had given up. Disoriented, Cecily instinctively reached for his leg, seeking balance, but the lizard man reacted swiftly, kicking her away. She gasped, crawling backward, trying to put distance between them. Desperate, she clutched her amulet and conjured a bookshelf, which materialized inches from the lizard man's face, creating an odd but effective barrier. The lizard man blinked in surprise. "What in the Sigma?" he muttered, glaring at the absurd piece of furniture now standing between them. "Why is the grass pink? And where did you come from?" he demanded, still on edge. Cecily steadied her breathing, her mind racing for a response. It did this yesterday, she lied, trying to regain control of the situation. I came from a town over yonder. The lizard man's eyes narrowed. He wasn't buying the lie, but he didn't push further. Instead, he made another attempt to destroy the bookshelf with a fireball, but his aim was off. Cecily, seeing the futility of fighting, raised her hands in a gesture of surrender. I'm not going to attack you, she said, her voice firmer now. Something about the statement seemed to register with the lizard man. After a long, tense moment, he lowered his staff. Silence fell between them. Finally, Cecily spoke again. I'm heading to over yonder. You could come with me if you want. The lizard man eyed her, skeptical but considering. Does that town have a place where I can attach my scroll of banishment? He asked gruffly. She wasn't entirely sure what he meant, but she wasn't about to argue. Reluctantly, the lizard man agreed, and together they set off through the forest, the tension between them thick and uneasy. As they neared the outskirts of the town, Cecily pulled up her hood, trying to conceal herself, though the towering figure of the lizard man made it difficult for either of them to blend in. The pink grass gave way to a dirt path, and the trees began to thin. But as they approached the town, new danger awaited. From the shadows, a group of goblins emerged, their weapons drawn, their beady eyes gleaming with malicious intent. Cecily and the lizard man exchanged a glance. This was far from over.